right, ladies and gents, gather round. We got value going once, truth going twice. Sold for a song. That's right, folks. Rights signed away, data given away, pennies on the play. Publishing, gone. Credit, missing. Ownership, kiss it goodbye. 50 pages of catch-22s, no dice. You can't eat a like, a follow, or a view. Sold for a song. But wait now, hold your bits, hold your breath. Here comes the truth louder than the bass lines. Time to take it back, where the artists rise, the system shakes, and the silence finally breaks.
Welcome to Sold for a Song, the transformative podcast that dissects the music industry's long-standing practice of undervaluing its most essential contributors. Yes, we're talking songwriters and artists. In each episode, we'll delve into the journey of recognizing and elevating the true worth and value of music creators, discover how the industry has exploited creators, and learn actionable strategies to revolutionize this trend and take control of your career. Hello, podcast land. I'm Terrence Sawchuk, but you can call me Terry. After 30 plus years in the trenches of the music industry, trust me, I've seen it all. The highs, the heartbreaks, and the resilience it takes to succeed as a creator. Here's what I've learned. Awakening your self-worth, owning and leveraging your value, and streamlining the process to free up the time we need to do what we most love to do, which is create. That's what stands between you and the freedom we're all chasing. All right, before we dive in, if you believe in empowering artists and redefining what it means to thrive creatively, do me a favor, subscribe, leave a quick review, and share this episode with someone who truly needs it. That one click helps more than you know. And if you want to go deeper, join me at terrencesawchuk.com to be a part of the community and follow all of my endeavors for exclusive content and updates. Hello, podcast land. Welcome to Sold for a Song podcast. Yes, we are using video now, possibly from now on. We'll see how it goes. Yes, we are in my studio in Nashville, Tennessee. I call it the delivery room because making music is literally like childbirth. Not really, but kind of. So welcome here today. We have a pretty cold, that biting southern humidity cold here in Nashville. And so let's get started. Today, I wanted to chat more about the world of AI and how it's going to be affecting artists and as well as fans. So we've got some interesting stuff going on. We are in the Wild West here. You saw my video on creating a song on AI, which was insane. Now, the company Suno, how are they able to train the AI or AGI to be able to do that and create music like that was simple. Instead of asking for permission, they just went ahead and basically downloaded music MP3s from YouTube illegally, and then of all famous songs, every genre. And then what they did was they trained the AI to be able to make the music from there, kind of calling the bluff of the major labels, any music creator really, thinking that, well, they're going to come back at some point and they're going to grant us the license to be able to do this. So that you talk about a bold play, just risking getting sued by every major label, which they were, and on multiple levels getting sued. And recently Warner cut a deal with them and said, basically, we understand that you just stole everything from us and Sony and Universal, but we know that we can't miss the boat on this AI thing, so we are going to cut a deal with you where you can use Warner Brothers content through our permission because we own the majority of our work. So in a lot of cases, the artists won't have any say. It gets a little different when you start getting down to their name and likeness and their voice, that kind of thing. But for the most part, Warner controls the intellectual property. So what does that mean? For now, it means that Warner's ahead of the pack, and they are going to be allowing Suno to train their music on everything from anyone that's on Warner Brothers, so Prince to who knows what, Madonna, right up to present day. So where does that leave us? Well, first of all, you've got a company that is valued at over $2 billion before the Warner contract. So this guy basically went ahead, stole the music, trained the AI, created an entire platform illegally, and the labels still didn't care. They came around, tried to sue here and there, but basically cut a deal with the devil, and now they're in bed together and doing this deal. And I can only assume that Sony and Universal are not far behind them. So this becomes the Wild West now. So you're going to be able to go on and make a recording using Warner Brothers content, at which point they're going to be paid a license and a royalty and maybe a monthly fee. Who knows? Maybe they're getting a cut of the shares in Suno now. But this is what the major labels are doing to secure their market share. This is what they're willing to do. So for creatives, it's kind of weird because SOCAN, ASCAP, and BMI just came out saying, if you use too much AI to create a song, we're not going to pay you for performance royalties. It has to be mostly human made. That's on this side. On this side, you have some guy who illegally goes and uses 100% of anyone's music that he wanted to and trained the AI to do whatever he wanted to get a valuation of $2 billion. And now a deal with Warner, possibly the other two labels on the horizon. And this company will be valued in the billions, multi-billions. It's okay for him to do it. But the actual people who create music, the actual ones that he stole from in the beginning, they're the only ones that are not allowed to go and do a fully AI song and get paid for performance royalties. So here we go back again. The artists and the creators are always getting over leveraged and controlled by everyone else leveraging us. So this is important to know. So now we're going to be flooded with even more AI music. We have millions of tracks going up, possibly daily, easily weekly. That's on top of the hundreds of thousands of songs per day going up on DSPs before AI came in. Now you're an artist out there going, hold on a second. I was competing with 11 million artists on Spotify alone before AI. And now I'm so lost in the shuffle. And on top of that, the major labels are going to be supporting the AI creators who, they could be real recording artists. They could be people that can't carry a tune. So everything is always set up in favor of who is trying to control the market share. It is rarely, if ever, set up for the actual artists and creators. So I'm working on some solutions that's going to reverse engineer that, where we, the artist, are going to own, leverage, streamline, and sustain everything from our end, where we will control the data, we will control the intellectual property. I'm going to start rolling this stuff out as we go here. But I'm working on some solutions that are going to be impossible to reverse engineer, and they are 100% in the favor of the actual artist and musicians, songwriters, etc. So stay tuned. Things are about to get really fun around here. And welcome to the Wild West.
If today's episode lit a fire in you, don't let it fade. Subscribe to Sold for a Song, leave a review, and be the spark that helps others discover their own worth. And if you're ready to go deeper, visit TerrenceSawchuk.com. Let's build this movement together.